We spent over 3 months developing this tool and have tested it with millions of dollars in ad spend. This is the linear efficiency forecast. And what it does is it tells you the exact amount of ad spend you should be spending each day in order to maximize your revenue or to maximize your MER, your efficiency, or maybe your new customer efficiency, and even your profit. It can tell you the exact amount you need to spend to achieve any business objective that you have. And the way it works is you upload a year of historical data and you choose your month for which you are forecasting for. So right here we have May in the model. And then depending on your business objective, you can see exactly what you need to spend in order to hit that. So for example, we can actually choose any month of the year because this is actually a seasonally adjusted model that accounts for the season. But because it's May, let's forecast for May, right? Now here, if we wanted to maximize the amount of revenue we are generating with our ads, we can see that the model tells us what that is. In this particular case, if we wanted to maximize our revenue, we should be spending around $10,000 a day or $315,000 a month to do that. But say we didn't really care about maximizing revenue. Maybe we wanted to maximize net profit or contribution margin, right? In that case, we should be spending around $5,600 a day on ads or $175,000 a month. And depending on your goals, you can figure out exactly what you need to spend. So maybe you don't particularly want to optimize for revenue. You don't particularly want to optimize for net profit, but you have a bare minimum ROAS or MER that you want to hit. And then once you hit that, you want to do as much volume as possible, which you can also do with this model. Maybe you need to hit at least around a 2x ROAS in order to scale your brand. Then you could figure out exactly what you need to spend in order to do that and what your net profit, your 90-day LTV, your contribution margin ROAS would look like on that spend. So this can optimize your entire ad account simply by telling you exactly what your spend level should look like and give you a daily forecast of what you should see in your ad account. And if you don't hit that mark, you know something went wrong. And this is also right here, the curve or the linear efficiency curve. And you can see here that at a certain point when some of these numbers cross here, or some of these lines cross, that there is a threshold in which you optimize revenue, which you can see right here. At this spend level, our revenue is maximized, right? And at this level, our contribution margin, this green line here, is maximized. So depending on the goal, depending on the business objective of a given month, cash flow, inventory, etc., you can optimize your ads to hit that for you. Now, it doesn't even end there. To make a daily forecast, we even account for the day of the week. So when we come down to this tab here, this actually gives us the entire month of May and our daily expectation for spend, for ROAS, for cost per acquisition, for even AOV. So we actually have a forecast we can compare against every single day to make sure we are on track to hit our business objective. And this not only accounts for the month or the seasonality aspect depending on your brand, but this actually accounts for the day of week. Because different brands have different strong days of the week. Some brands do really well on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Some brands actually do very, very well on Mondays and Tuesdays. And this accounts for that for each of these variables. And there's even more here. So we can actually add in marketing events to adjust our forecast. Because if you have a 20% off sale running this year that you didn't run last year, your results are going to look different. So what we could actually do is if we had maybe a sale on the 5th of May, we could put that in and add in how we expect that to change our spend. Maybe we expect a 100% spend change and a 50% demand change. Then we would actually have a change on the 1st that would affect that. So now we can see on the 1st, our spend is up and that has adjusted our entire forecast. And you can add in as many marketing events as you want to adjust your forecast. Once this forecast has been adjusted for your marketing events for the month and what you expect to happen, then you can save your forecast by locking it and actually look at the dashboard where you can see by channel, by day, what your given contribution margin, revenue, ROAS, expected spend should be. And you can actually look at this on a 7-day or 14-day or a monthly rolling period for all of your channels. So if you're running ads and you don't have a daily forecast of contribution margin or net profit, of spend levels, of ROAS, of new customers acquired, of returning customers that should be acquired. And if you aren't comparing every single day these metrics, you're on a path to uncertainty and unprofitability. And that is exactly what this model prevents. So right now, this supports 2 channels. We have Facebook and we have Google, but you can add in any ad channel that has these metrics. And of course, all of these account for every month of the year. So we can change this depending on the month, which accounts for the seasonality factor. And of course, you can add marketing events to any given period. Now, it doesn't even end there. In order to make this model work and to kind of help you out, we actually even included a contribution margin calculator to give you a look at what your profit should look like and give you theoretical profit ranges given that contribution. We have a data review that looks at your historical data because you have to upload a year's worth of historicals. And we even have an ad metric playground that will literally tell you what your profit or revenue or ROAS would be given your different ad variables. So you can put in your ad spend, all your different metrics, and you can see what would happen to your ROAS. So just depending on what you want to do, you can kind of see where you may have a bottleneck in your entire ad funnel. And as far as entering the data, we like to pull data from Triple Whale. You can pull this data from a report from Meta or Google directly, or TikTok directly, but we like to use Triple Whale with that third-party attribution. Once you upload your data in this format, and I have a very easy to follow instruction video included in this sheet on how to do this, this will also call out outlier months. So we have a pretty big outlier detection formula, as you can see here. And this will actually tell you which months are outliers, just so you know when you're looking at those results on the charts that this month might not be representative of the entire year. And you can actually adjust the sensitivity of the outlier detection. Okay, so again, right now we have 2 channels supported in a blended basis. If you want to optimize your store and your ad spend among 2 channels, because there's a lot of interactivity that happens between 2 ad channels, you can see a strong correlation between Facebook spend and Google revenue most of the time. So it's very important to look at things on a blended basis as well. Okay. And there's a lot more to this. We can even see, for example, which days of the week our channels are the strongest on. For example, here we can see that on average, we have about 104% of our revenue on Sundays versus Saturdays are only 90%. So our Saturdays are 10% worse than average, and our Sundays are better by about 4% on average. So we even have cohort weights per day of the week, per channel, per metric. You probably haven't ever seen anything quite like this. Okay, so I'll leave it there. If you need more information, go ahead and let me know if you'd like a copy of this. There's a full instructional video and setup module that's included with this. But I promise you there's no one else giving this away, because typically this is a kind of agency secret because it's actually so hard to build and execute on. But I hope you enjoy this. Start creating daily forecasts for all your metrics and comparing your results against them, and finally achieve that predictable profitability that you've been thinking about for so long. All right, that's it for this one. Hope you enjoy, and let me know by commenting sheet below this video and I'll link you.